wrote this?
Yes.
When?
I started after I quit school. I finished a few months before Dad died.
Did he see it?
No, he didn't know I was working on it. It wouldn't have mattered to him anyway. He was too sick.
I don't understand. You did this by yourself?
Yes?
It's in Dad's notebook.
I just used one of the blank books. There was extras upstairs.
Where did you find it?
In his study.
In the desk.
Hold on. Tell me exactly where you found it.
In the bottom drawer of the desk in your dad's study. A locked drawer. Kathy gave me the key.
Why was it locked?
It's mine. It's the drawer I keep my private things in. I've used it for years.
Did you find anything else in this drawer?
No.
No, that's all I have.
Can I see it? I'm sorry, it just... The book was found in the... You told him where to find it. You gave him the key. You wrote this incredible thing and didn't tell anyone.
I'm telling you both now. After I dropped out of school, I had nothing to do. I was depressed. Really depressed. But at a certain point, I decided, fuck it, I don't need them. It's just math. I can do it on my own. So I kept working here. I worked at night after Dad had gone to bed. It was hard, but I did it.
I'm sorry, Catherine. I'm just finding this very hard to believe.
Claire, I wrote the proof.
I'm sorry.
Claire!
This is Dad's handwriting.
It's not.
It looks exactly like it.
It's my writing.
I'm sorry.
Ask Hal. He's been looking at Dad's stuff for weeks. Hal, come on.
What does it look like, Hal?
Looks... I don't know what Catherine's handwriting looks like.
It looks like that!
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You know what? I think it's early and people are tired, and right now we're not in this shape to make emotional decisions about things, so we just need to take a deep breath in.
You don't believe me?
I don't know what this is.
Never mind. I don't know why I expected you to believe me about anything.
Could you tell us the proof? This would show that it's yours.
You wouldn't understand it.
Tell it to Hal.
We could talk through it together. It might take a while.
Can't use the book.
For God's sakes, Claire, it's 40 pages long. I didn't memorize it. It's not a muffin recipe. This is stupid. It's my book, my writing, my drawer, my key, my proof. Hal, tell her.
Tell her what?
Whose book that is.
I don't know.
What is the matter with you? You've been looking at his other stuff. You know there is nothing even remotely like that.
Kathy, you have to
Oh,
understand.
okay, we'll go through it together. We'll sit down. If Claire will just give me my book back.
All right. Talk him through it.
That could take days, and it still wouldn't prove that she wrote it.
Why not?
He could have written it and explained it to you later. I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying there's no way to prove that you wrote this.
Of course not, but he didn't do this. He couldn't have. He didn't do any mathematics at all for years. Even in his good year, he couldn't work. You know that. You're supposed to be a scientist.
I know. Okay, here's my suggestion. I know 3 or 4 guys in the department, very sharp, disinterested people who knew your father, knew his work. I'll take this to them and explain to them that we found something potentially major, and we're not sure about the authorship. We'll sit down and go through this thing carefully and figure out exactly what we've got. It'll only take a couple of days, and then we have a lot more information.
I think that is an excellent suggestion.
You can't.
Catherine.
No, you can't take it.
I'm not taking it.
This is exactly what you wanted, isn't it?
Come on,
God,
jeez.
You don't waste any time, do you? No hesitation. You can't wait to show them your brilliant discovery.
I'm trying to figure out what this is.
I'm telling you what it is.
But you don't know it.
I wrote it.
It's your father's handwriting. At least it looks exactly like his. Maybe your handwriting looks exactly like his. I don't know.
It does look like his. I didn't show this to anyone. I could have. I wanted you to be the first to see it. I didn't know that until last night. It's me. I trusted you.
I know.
Was I wrong?
No.
I knew she wouldn't believe me, but why don't you?
This is one of his notebooks. The exact same kind that he used.
I told you, I just used one of the blank books. There was extras upstairs.
There aren't any extras in the study.
There were when I started writing the proof. I bought them for him. He used the rest up later.
And the handwriting?
You want to test the handwriting?
No, it doesn't matter. He could have dictated it to you, for Christ's sake. It still doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
I'm a mathematician.
Yes?
So I know how hard it would be to come up with something like this. I mean, it's impossible. You'd have to be your dad, basically. Your dad at the peak of his powers.
I'm a mathematician too.
Not like your dad.
Oh, so he's the only one who could have done this.
The only one that I know.
Are you sure?
Your father was...
Just because you and all the other geeks worship him doesn't mean he wrote this proof, Hal.
He was the best. My generation hasn't produced anything like him. He revolutionized the field twice before he was 22. I'm sorry, Catherine, but you took some classes at Northwestern for a few months.
My education wasn't at Northwestern. It was living in this house for 25 years.
It doesn't make any sense. The techniques are too advanced. I don't even understand most of it.
Oh, you think it's too advanced?
Yes.
It's too advanced for
You
you.
could not have done this work.
But what if I did?
Well, what if?
Well, it'd be a real disaster for you, wouldn't it? You and all the other geeks who barely finished their PhDs, who are marking time, doing lame research, and bragging about the conferences they go to. Wow! And playing in an awful band and whining that you're intellectually past it at 28 because you are?
Katie, let's go inside. Katie.